Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
It has been a season of ups and downs, twists and turns. It all comes to a conclusion here tonight as we welcome you on this February night to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59. One game to decide it all. It's the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. A champion set to be crowned tonight. It's Super Bowl 59. And off we go to a flash of lights here in New Orleans. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, we're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
They go right back to Taylor. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
You know, we spend a lot of time praising the running backs, and deservingly so. But oftentimes, it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Now he takes off. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And flags come out. That's batted down. It's incomplete, but it looked like early contact. Let's check the call. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. Taylor going to try to pull his way in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here is Ainias Smith. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
All right, Mike, so the NFL is all about answering. So you give up an opening drive touchdown, you fall behind late to start the game, and then your special teams becomes the spark. And this is going to set your offense up with excellent field position to get back and tie this game.
So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole because you just couldn't settle down. If he's able to remain calm, play his game, his team's going to have a great chance to end this night as world champs.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. Open man is the tight end, Stoll.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Now it is 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one, taken in. Justin Watson, touchdown, Eagles.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick six the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. On play action, Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Able to find Pittman. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Again, they target Pittman. He's got another catch. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Richardson. That's the tight end, Morale Cox. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. They'll go again here with Taylor. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. They'll try to run this one in. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. First and goal coming up. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get.
Powering forward. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Give him a second touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gabe to kick this one away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Zaire Franklin that time there for the tackle. On third down, here's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. A pickup there of 13. First down, Philadelphia.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Not much happening there, just a short gain. So after one here in Super Bowl 59, it's the Colts out to the early lead. More from New Orleans after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught by Stoll. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
They face 2nd down and 7. A pistol snap back to Hurts. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, It winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Oh, he's got him in. That's caught by Brown. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Hurts again. To the outside. He's got Smith.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Here's Barkley, and that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. He fields it at the 8. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. Taking off. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down. Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Richardson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Open man, Devontae Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air again. Hurts. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Man in motion is Smith. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Now Hurts. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack. Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Anthony Gould now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined, but they're...
And that's going to be intercepted by Darius Slay. And the Eagles will take over here just past the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Hurts working in the pistol. Open man is the tight end, Stoll. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And in motion is Brown. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Off the play fake, Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Looks like a design run. Hurts has it. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6. Mark it at the 31.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Zaire Franklin that time there for the tackle. Here's 3rd and 2. Hurts will work here from the pistol. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a give running left with Taylor. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Richardson. Taking off. He'll try to get there. Richardson going to hit the deck here, but not before he picks up a 1st down. That's 17 yards, and that's a 1st down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Richardson to throw. He's got his man. That's down. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Cox.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 2nd down, Richardson. He's going to keep it himself. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Give up the middle to Taylor. And he's inside the 10. Pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll send a tight end in motion. Hurts going to keep it on the option. 17 yards on that play. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Once again, it's Barkley. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
One more time, they try Barkley. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. The ball inches from the goal line. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Indianapolis. Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi after this. Here's 2nd and 9. A run with Taylor. Uh-oh. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing, Richardson. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the 1st down, and that brings up 4th down. The Colts about set to punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded at about the 18. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long. Now Hurts. There's that man again. Another catch. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down. Richardson gonna look to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and 6. Throwing is Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Indianapolis. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
He is in. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indy. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and good. And the Colts go up by 3. It's 27-24. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Rocker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now Hurts. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. On 2nd down, Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Philadelphia. Hurts will try it again. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down play.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the fourth quarter. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Third and short, and Hurts will throw. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to tie things up here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
This team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Richardson. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. Here's Richardson, who outs another catch for his favorite target. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Here comes 2nd down. Quick throw, taken in. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Eagles have it.
Just a critical error here, Mike, at this stage in the game. You understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball. Of course, points are great, but none of it matters if you turn the ball over, and these are the kind of mistakes that decide ball games late.
So now this team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now on 2nd and long. Hurts working in the pistol. A pass caught by Saquon. A lot riding on this play. High game, final minute, 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. Important punt here in this tie game late. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Richardson. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. On 2nd down, Richardson. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. They'll go with Taylor. And that ought to be enough. Yeah, he's got the 1st down. Up to the 25-yard line. Richardson to throw. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Here's 2nd down. Here's Taylor. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. So we have overtime for the 2nd consecutive Super Bowl and the 3rd time in Super Bowl history. A reminder of the rules: each team has the right to possess the football once. After that time, its next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score is going to end this game. And all replay challenges from upstairs will play as long as we need to till a champion is crowned. 4 quarters could not decide a champion. The pressure ratchets up. The rare air of Super Bowl overtime about to begin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now a 1st throw here in overtime. Open man is the tight end, Stoll. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Now Hurts. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to lead to fourth down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now a toss, running left. It's Taylor. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
His throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Richardson. To the left side, taken in by down. 11 yards on the pass there. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. There's that man again. Another catch. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Now he takes, and he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. And the Chargers have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. So nothing short of a thrilling finish. 3rd overtime.